In the deepening twilight that blankets the ancient lands of Mesopotamia, the mighty Assyrian Empire breathes with a pulse that is both awe-inspiring and enigmatic. Beyond the clangor of swords and the roar of chariot wheels, a complex world unfolds, a civilization alive with rituals, daily struggles, and timeless mysteries. This is the Assyria few remember, a land where every stone whispers a secret, every temple hides a shadow, and every life is woven into the grand tapestry of an empire that shaped the destiny of the ancient world. As the first rays of the sun touch the city of Nineveh, the capital awakens. The streets echo with the calls of merchants, the laughter of children, and the rhythmic chants of priests invoking the favor of the gods. It is a world of vibrant color and sound, yet beneath the surface, a sense of order and discipline reigns supreme. Every citizen knows their role and the price of failure, for in Assyria, the boundary between greatness and ruin is as thin as a blade. In the palatial heart of the city, the king rises before dawn. His attendants dress him in robes embroidered with gold thread, the symbols of Ashur and Ishtar glinting in the torchlight. The king's morning ritual is a sacred dance, an offering of incense and prayers to the gods who have granted him power. As the living vessel of divine will, his every action carries the weight of cosmic consequence. Advisors and generals, scribes and priests, gather in the halls, awaiting his commands that will ripple across the empire's vast expanse. But the king is not alone in his devotion. Throughout Nineveh, the faithful prepare for the day's rituals. Women sweep the courtyards, scattering flower petals and scented oils to honor household spirits. Children recite ancient hymns, their voices blending with the hum of the city. In shadowed alleys, artisans shape clay and stone, their hands guided by traditions passed down through generations. Every detail is imbued with meaning, every gesture a silent invocation for protection and prosperity. Beyond the palace, life pulses through the city's veins. The marketplace is a cacophony of voices and scents, spices from distant lands, textiles dyed in indigo and crimson, baskets of dates and figs, and rare stones gleaming under the sun. Merchants haggle in a dozen languages, their faces reflecting the empire's reach, Akkadian, Aramean, Elamite, Egyptian, and more. The air is thick with ambition and intrigue, for every transaction is a thread in the web of Assyrian power. The city itself is a marvel of engineering and artistry. Towering walls of mud brick and stone encircle Nineveh, their surfaces adorned with bas-reliefs depicting epic battles, divine blessings, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. At each gate, colossal lamassu. Winged bulls with human faces, stand sentinel, their inscrutable eyes watching over all who pass. The people believe these guardians hold back the forces of darkness, their silent presence a reminder of the empire's might. Inside the city, life is defined by hierarchy and ritual. Nobles and officials dwell in grand houses, their courtyards shaded by palm trees and decorated with intricate mosaics. Servants and slaves attend to every need, their labor the unseen foundation of luxury. Artisans and craftsmen, potters, metalworkers, weavers, labor in workshops where skill is both art and survival. Farmers and herders, the backbone of Assyria, travel from the countryside to sell their produce, bringing news and gossip from distant villages. Yet the city is more than stone and commerce. It is a living, breathing organism, shaped by the beliefs and fears of its people. In hidden corners, storytellers gather crowds with tales of gods and monsters, of heroes who defy fate and villains who fall to divine wrath. These myths are not mere entertainment, they are the soul of Assyria, guiding morals, shaping laws, and inspiring hope or terror in equal measure. As the day unfolds, the temples become the heart of the city's spiritual life. Priests clad in white linen and adorned with sacred amulets ascend the steps of ziggurats, their chants rising to the heavens. Incense fills the air as offerings are made, grain, wine, precious oils, to Ashur, Ishtar, and the myriad gods who watch over the land. Ritual is everywhere, in the lighting of lamps, the recitation of prayers, the drawing of protective symbols at doorways. The king, too, is bound by ritual. Each decision, each proclamation, is preceded by divination and consultation with the priests. The reading of omens is an art, patterns of oil and water, the flight of birds, the entrails of sacrificial animals. A single ill omen can delay a campaign or reshape the fate of a province. It is said that the gods speak through signs, and those who fail to listen invite disaster. Knowledge is the true treasure of Assyria, and nowhere is this more evident than in the legendary library of Ashurbanipal. Scribes in quiet chambers copy texts onto clay tablets, epics, medical treatises, star charts, legal codes. The library is a vault of wisdom, its contents guarded as jealously as any gold. Here, the Epic of Gilgamesh is preserved, its verses echoing the eternal quest for meaning and immortality. Here, too, lie secrets of the stars, the healing arts, and the ancient laws that govern both men and gods. Yet this world of order and knowledge is never far from danger. The Assyrians are masters of warfare, but they know that peace is fleeting. The empire's borders are under constant watch, defended by garrisons and patrols. Scouts report the movements of nomads, rumors of rebellion, and omens of drought or plague. The army is ever ready, its soldiers drilled in the arts of chariotry, archery, and siegecraft. The inventions of Assyrian engineers, battering rams, mobile towers, iron-tipped arrows, are the envy and fear of their enemies. Military service is both honor and burden. Young men are conscripted from every province, trained relentlessly, and bound by oath to the king and the gods. Veterans bear the scars of countless campaigns, their stories woven into the fabric of the nation. Victory brings glory and reward, but defeat is met with dire consequences, exile, disgrace, or worse. Discipline is absolute, desertion or cowardice is punished with death. Yet behind the rigid discipline lies a bond of camaraderie. In the camps, soldiers share stories, songs, and laughter, their spirits buoyed by the hope of returning home. Some carry lucky charms. Small figurines, fragments of sacred texts, tokens blessed by priests. Superstition and faith walk hand in hand, for in the chaos of battle, every scrap of hope is precious. For the common people, daily life unfolds in cycles of toil and tradition. Women rise before dawn to grind grain, bake bread, and tend to children. Men labor in the fields, repairing dikes and canals, planting and harvesting by the rhythms of sun and moon. Children learn skills from parents and elders, their games echoing the myths and histories that shape their world. Festivals punctuate the seasons, bringing respite from labor and a sense of unity. The new year is celebrated with processions, music, feasting, and competitions. Statues of the gods are paraded through the streets, their passage believed to bless the city and ensure prosperity. During eclipses or strange celestial events, the people gather in fear and awe, trusting the priests to ward off evil. Assyrian society is bound by law as much as by custom. Justice is swift, often harsh. Legal codes are etched in stone, rules for property, marriage, contracts, and crime. Penalties can be severe, fines, flogging, mutilation, or exile. Yet the system is not without compassion, orphans and widows may receive aid, and the king is seen as the ultimate judge, capable of mercy or wrath. Trade is the lifeblood of the empire, weaving connections across deserts and mountains. Caravans carry tin, copper, lapis lazuli, cedar, ivory, and spices from distant lands. Assyrian merchants are skilled negotiators, navigating the hazards of foreign courts and bandit-haunted roads. Markets pulse with energy, and the flow of goods sustains not only the economy, but the cultural vibrancy of the empire. Craftsmanship flourishes in every corner of the empire. Artisans produce pottery, jewelry, textiles, and weapons of exquisite quality. The art of the weaver is highly prized. Assyrian tapestries and garments are traded as far as Egypt and Anatolia. Stone carvers bring to life scenes of conquest, ritual, and myth, their works intended to endure for centuries. Mystery clouds the boundaries between the mundane and the supernatural. Amulets, charms, and incantations are woven into daily routines. People consult oracles and dream interpreters, seeking guidance or warning. It is believed that spirits, benevolent and malevolent, move unseen through the world, influencing health, fortune, and fate. Protective rituals are performed at births, marriages, and funerals, ensuring the favor of ancestors and the gods. Medicine is both science and magic. Healers blend herbal remedies with prayers and offerings. Disease is seen as a manifestation of divine displeasure or the influence of evil spirits. Some treatments are surprisingly advanced, wounds are cleaned and bandaged, splints set broken bones, and surgical instruments are fashioned from bronze and iron. Yet always, the healer invokes the gods, for without their blessing, no cure can succeed. Education is a privilege, not a right. Scribes are the intellectual elite, trained from childhood to master the complexities of cuneiform writing. They serve as administrators, record keepers, and advisors. In the library, knowledge is power, and the secrets of the past are fiercely guarded. For most, learning is oral, stories, proverbs, and songs passed from parent to child, elder to youth. The Assyrian heart is both proud and wary. The empire's might inspires awe, but its history is a tapestry of triumph and loss. Families remember ancestors who fought in distant wars, who built canals and temples, who survived famine and flood. Every generation is reminded that greatness is hard-won and easily lost. As dusk falls over Nineveh, the city glows with lantern light. Families gather for the evening meal: bread, lentils, roasted lamb, fruit, and wine. Afterward, songs and stories fill the air. Tales of Gilgamesh, the exploits of Sargon, the wisdom of old kings. Children drift to sleep as elders recount legends of gods who shaped the world, of monsters that dwell in the night, and of heroes who defied destiny. Yet even in the quiet moments, uncertainty lingers. The shadows beyond the walls hold both promise and peril. Rumors of unrest, omens of strange events, the distant thunder of an approaching storm, these are woven into the dreams of all who dwell in the empire's heart. In the countryside, life follows a different pace. Villages cluster along rivers and canals, their fields a patchwork of grain and vegetables. Shepherds tend their flocks amid rolling hills, their songs drifting on the wind. Rural life is shaped by tradition, rooted in the cycles of planting and harvest, birth and death, celebration and mourning. Yet even here, the empire's reach is felt. Tax collectors arrive with armed escorts, demanding tribute in grain, livestock, or labor. Conscription officers select the strongest youths for military service. Priests oversee rituals to ensure the land's fertility and the people's safety. The village is a microcosm of the greater world, ordered, yet vulnerable to forces beyond its control. The frontiers of Assyria are wild and unpredictable. Fortresses rise on rocky outcrops, garrisons stand watch over trade routes, and patrols venture into unknown lands. Here, the empire's authority is tested daily, by hostile neighbors, rebellious subjects, and the untamable elements of nature. Scouts report on enemy movements, strange omens, and the appearance of mysterious strangers. In these borderlands, courage and cunning are as vital as loyalty. In the darkness, mystery thickens. It is said that ancient spirits haunt the ruins of forgotten temples, that lost treasures lie buried beneath the sands, and that the gods themselves walk unseen among mortals. Nighttime rituals invoke the protection of deities, and travelers whisper prayers as they pass through haunted groves or abandoned shrines. Assyrian culture is a mosaic of influences, drawn from every corner of the known world. Conquered peoples bring their languages, customs, and beliefs, enriching the empire's heritage. In the court, foreign envoys present tribute and seek alliances, their gifts a testament to Assyria's power. The king's scribes record every detail, ensuring that the memory of these encounters will endure. Justice and law are the pillars of society. The king is the final arbiter, his word both shield and sword. Legal cases are heard in public squares, with witnesses and oaths sworn before the gods. Punishments are swift, but appeals for mercy are not uncommon. The ideal is balance, order maintained through a blend of fear, respect, and divine sanction. Religion underpins every aspect of existence. The pantheon is vast, with each god and goddess overseeing different realms: war, love, wisdom, the harvest, the underworld. Temples serve as both spiritual and civic centers, their festivals binding the community together. Pilgrims travel great distances to offer vows and seek blessings, their journeys a testament to faith's enduring power. The arts flourish in this climate of ambition and devotion. Musicians play lyres and drums in the king's court, dancers perform sacred rites, and poets compose hymns to celebrate victory or mourn defeat. Artists carve intricate reliefs, paint vivid murals, and craft jewelry that glitters even in the dimmest light. Every creation is an offering to both the gods and posterity. Beneath the splendor, the shadows lengthen. Not all is well within the empire. Whispers of dissent circulate among the oppressed, and some dream of freedom from Assyrian rule. Clandestine meetings unfold behind closed doors, where rebels plot in secret and spies trade information for gold or protection. Trust is a precious commodity, and betrayal carries a price paid in blood. Yet, for most, life continues in a rhythm as old as the rivers themselves. The empire endures, its people resilient, its vision undimmed. Generation after generation builds upon the achievements of those who came before, their hopes and fears echoing through time. The future is uncertain, but the spirit of Assyria burns bright. Its legacy is written not only in the ruins of cities and the lines of ancient texts, but in the hearts of those who carved out lives beneath the shadow of empire. As the night deepens and the city sleeps, another chapter awaits, one of struggles yet to come, of changes that will reshape the world, and of mysteries that remain forever just out of reach. The story of Assyria is far from over. In the chapters ahead, we will explore the storms that gather on the empire's horizon, the forces that will test its foundations, and the secrets that may never be revealed. But for now, as the torches flicker in the night and the stars will above the silent city, we remember a civilization at its height, complex, proud, and forever mysterious. If this glimpse into Assyria's daily life and culture moved you, stay with us as we continue this epic journey. Like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of Kingdoms of Mystery, where every legend carries a grain of truth.